meeting with Peter Kestner, who was the Minister Consular for Consular Affairs. The current person holding that office is James Herman, and that's the person that Samatol is meeting with tomorrow. This is the framework that we came up with to assist in determining what is specialized knowledge. How can a consular officer in 2 minutes look at a petition that's 23 pages long and make an assessment? And so we agreed that we would advise our clients, and we would advise our friends at NASCOM, and we would advise and talk to our friends like Vic Gold and Rami Fakuri and say, hey, let's come and agree upon a framework. This is the framework that we agreed upon. And it's essentially been something that we've been working with, and certainly we've talked to Donald Mulligan down in Chennai and the other consular officers, Fred Stern in Hyderabad, about this concept. Obviously you got to have a year. You have to have a year with the company in order to be eligible for an L. Usually a little more. If it's a year and a day, usually they kind of raises the eyebrows of the consular officer and says, really? That's specialized knowledge. Next, 10 months or more working on the same project for the same client. If you don't have that, 10 months or more working on a similar project for the same client. Or 10 months or more working on a similar project for a similar client in the same industry. So you have specific specialized knowledge about your company's proprietary methodologies and tools in the finance vertical. And you were doing work on a project for Morgan Stanley, and now you're going to go do work on a project for Goldman Sachs. Okay? And then finally, in the weaker cases, 1 year or more working on different projects for different clients where you use the same tools or proprietary tools or methodologies. That's the framework that we agreed upon. That's the cases that we used as a sort of benchmark. If you didn't fall into this, then we took the position you probably aren't blanket eligible. Now this is really for third-party placement. If it's your own company, if you're Oracle and you're sending somebody to Oracle to work on Oracle software, if you're Amazon.com and you're sending somebody to Amazon to work on their incredibly proprietary software, it should be a little more straightforward. Okay? Now, what's the problem? Well, the problem is with the USCIS, everybody knows how many people have had an L1B petition denied by the USCIS in the last year? USCIS in the United States. Really? So everybody's L1B petitions are being approved by USCIS?
I think they're a little shy.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there you go. 2 hands, that's it. At an auction. Okay, the problem with the USCIS interpretation of specialized knowledge, I'll give you a quote. We file a case. We make these arguments about SAP implementation, proprietary methodologies, and tools. USCIS comes back and says, unless your employee was involved in the invention of SAP, in writing, California Service Center, they do not have specialized knowledge. Now, I think SAP was invented probably back in the, 70s or 80s in Germany, so it was a long time ago. That's crazy, and that's the struggle. And that's been going on for a couple of years. So that's why we've been using the blanket program, and that's why there's been so many cases filed, and there's been success over time. Now, options before we circle back to the L. H's, the Neufeld memo. Things have settled down. If you give a contract, copy of a contract signed by both parties that's valid, most of these cases are being approved now. So the whole big mess with the Neufeld memo seems to be under control, but it's incredibly expensive. Not that that's relevant, but it is incredibly expensive, $43.20 per case. And we're going to run out in like 2 months. I'm thinking January, maybe February, maybe sooner. It'll probably be right around the holidays, and we'll all be cranking H's. Last year was Thanksgiving. So the H, the numbers are creeping up, as you can see down here. This is from a couple days ago. The H is obviously the only option when somebody does not meet the criteria we talked about, but it's not a great option if it's not even an option if they do meet the criteria. It's not the best option. B1 a little H1. Saju and I were in a great meeting a couple years back with a senior consular officer from Chennai who admitted that he had announced in a BEP meeting that this is a great option. That this is a great option because we're out of, I know you guys are out of H's, you should look into this. And our phone rang off the hook. And I got on the phone and talked to a bunch of clients, and we wrote a memo. And these are general requirements. Can you flip to the next page and we'll come back? These are all generally of temporary nature, intent to maintain a foreign residence, adequate financial resources, primary benefit accrues to the foreign entity. I'll get to that in a second. You don't want to use it too often. Can you go back to the previous page? Here's the killer. You can't bill a client in the U.S. for services rendered on a B. You can't, that's work. That kind of killed the whole thing. And again, it's a great reflection of the excellent relationship between NASCOM companies and the BEP and the BEP member companies. We just had a dialogue. We sat down and said, whoa, and then we went back out to our clients and the consulate to its customers and said, time out. This is not a great option. This is a great option for some of our clients. If a company has offshored the development of its own proprietary software in India, and they need to send people in periodically to meet, to discuss that software, to make tweaks to it, it's a perfect category. The benefit accrues to the company as a whole. The individuals are continuing to be supervised from abroad. Nobody's paying anybody. It's good stuff. Okay? Next page. Last thing I think should be B's. B's. There's been a huge increase in denials of people coming to the United States. People are getting turned around in Newark, in Philly, in Chicago, in New York, in Boston. And we debrief these people. We debrief them and say, whoa, what happened? And I got to tell you, maybe 70% of the time, they should get sent home. Well, I told them that I was coming to the United States to do requirements analysis for 4 months, from 8:30 to 5 days a week. Wow, that's a lot of requirements. So now, back in the day, you could probably do that. Those days are over for now. It's probably, I don't know what it is. Is it a month? Is it 2 months? You better be able to articulate how big the requirements you're analyzing are, because that's a lot of time. Brendan Ryan had said 2 to 3 weeks. That's a long time. This is a change in the game. You have to change your policies, because they're not wrong. Okay? That may be it for the slides. We're going to turn it over to Abigail. So here's the bottom line. It's tough right now. It's very important, A, that you be compliant, that you not try to take advantage of the B category because you're going to run out of agents and you're having a tough time getting out, because that only exacerbates the problem. Then the articles are in the newspapers in the U.S. about all these Indian IT consultants who are, we're trying to break the law. It's very important that you be compliant. 2, the B1 elevation one's a panacea. It's not the solution to the problem. 3, if someone's not eligible for an hour, don't apply for an hour. But we're going to run out of agents. We're going to run out soon. Finally, there is an opportunity right now, today, this day, to voice your opinion. I can't even get people to raise their hands, oh my God. To voice your opinion to NASCOM. Samantal has put himself out there in the Indian press to say, my membership is suffering. You need to empower him with at least your name. We've got a couple of big U.S. companies on board who are going to be listed. We're going to put together some documentation to share with the consulate to say, yeah, the denial rates, the rejection rates have increased. We've seen it, and we'd like to talk about it. We're not asking for a rubber stamp. We're not asking for all our cases to be approved. We'd just like to understand what you're looking for and how we can increase the dialogue. With that, I'm going to turn it over. Thank you.
A wall around a consulate that extends to people as well. We may have a wall around our building, but we try to encourage as much transparency as possible. And it's my pleasure to be here to encourage the dialogue, talk about what the issues are you see on your side. I can talk a little bit about the issues that we as officers see on our side, and reinforce the message that we really are here to facilitate legitimate travel to the United States. We really are at the same purpose. So I just wanted to thank you for including me today for that. My understanding of the